Hey y'all, hey! Happy Friday. How are you doing? Y'all come on in. Friend, you looking all goldy and bronzy?
Been a long week, friend. But
Has it now?
yeah. You know, I hate my regular life. This the only time I get ready. Not my life, like my inside, my house life, my work life is shit. Does that sound better?
Hey,
Yeah,
don't I understand.
I hate it very much.
I understand. You look Christmassy. I love the sweater.
You got on your sweater. I was like, well, shit. Let me put my damn sweater on because all I got is a black shirt.
Well, it is the season. Okay, 'tis the season, everyone.
So
Whether you
they getting an early Christmas show, right?
uh
Kind of. We Christmassy today.
you know what? I'm gonna be Christmassy for the next couple of Fridays because we have a Christmassy theme thing going on in my office. So I'll be probably Christmassy throughout the duration of December. So um yeah. Happy holidays, y'all, and whatnot. I know a lot of y'all don't celebrate, so I'm gonna give y'all the happy holidays. But for those who love the Lord and whatnot, Merry Christmas. Okay. It's the most wonderful time of the year. All of that. Okay. Y'all come on in the room. Come on in the room. Come on in the room. We fixed? We ready?
I don't know. Like it was upright, but it wasn't upright. I got a new little stuff, y'all, because I broke my other one. It was broken. Okay, now I'll get tired of people talking about Black Jesus, so I'll be trying to move him out the way.
Listen, you let Black Jesus shine.
I do. Some days you can get a real good view of Black Jesus, but not today.
Guess what's finna happen? We finna see him today. Guess what? Guess what? Boom.
No, you can't see. Wait. Now,
Yeah, bam. Nah. Anyway, y'all come on in the room. Come on in the room. It's fight weekend. We have some things to discuss. There was some big news dropped and some belts went scattering. And so, yes, we're going to talk about it all. I owe some folks some push-ups and whatnot. We come on in the room. We're going to talk about it all. Y'all come on in. Hey, Sean Terrence, how you doing? What's going down, Oak Cliff Sensei? Y'all, I'm trying to do this without my glasses today. Bear with me. Pray for me. Okay. Alabama Jeff 79. How you doing? Hey, Dexter Hayes, Pablo Escobar, Andre Styles. I see y'all coming on in the room. Hey, Nakia, Makeup Please, Anthony. How you doing, girl? Hey, T9's Boxing Class, Bionic Prince, Random Thoughts. I see you in here, Boxing Sparring. Hey, Harvey, how you doing? Todd French 600. Marcel Curry, Dank Father. Hey, Dank, what's up, Facebook user? Who are you? What's your name? How you doing? Hey, TD. Coach 67, how you doing? Bullet, what's going down? Dodge J, how you doing? Shogun 76, NBA Dance. Oh, I'm sorry, NBA D Nice. It's the glasses. It's the glasses. Hey, Shawala, how you doing, girl? Phenomenal Mexican up in this thing. Hey, Chris. Coach Amber, welcome back, sis. How you feeling? Are you better? You back on your feet, girl? What's up, Big Joe Townsend in the house? 619 Kelly Factor. I see you. I see y'all. Come on in. Hey, Tevis. How you doing, Charmaine? Mo 2013. Look at you all up in here on time and whatnot tonight. Who else? CW. I see y'all. Come on in the room. Hit the like button as you enter. Okay. Let the folks know we on live and everything like that. Okay. Come on in the room because we do have lots to discuss. Friend, you want to get started with the card this weekend, or you want to get started with the boxing news of the week?
Let's hit the news and then the weigh-ins. Because the weigh-in, they had a lot of...
The weigh-in and the press conference.
Yeah, it was a lot this week.
Yeah. Okay, so big news. The biggest news of the week for me, because, I got to give KO some push-ups. I said that, and I knew it was a 50-50 chance, but I went out on a limb because that's what I do. I bet KO knockout TV, Knockout 86 TV. I think that's his whole handle. He bet me that Devin Haney wouldn't come back down to 135 to fight. And I said, yeah, he will. Yes, he will if the money is right. And then lo and behold, this week, Devin said that, you know what? I've done all I can do at 135. I've grown out of that division. Y'all can have these belts. I'm moving onward and upward. And he dropped every single belt, friend. He's going to drop them all before his fight on the 9th. What you think about it?
If I were the people at 135 pounds, I would be scrambling to fight for those belts.
Why?
There's a new king on the rise.
Is it?
It is.
I thought the belts didn't matter to the people.
They definitely matter to certain people when certain people have the belts. They didn't want Devin to have them. So, and I hadn't been really watching, too many channels and stuff lately because I've been having a lot of stuff going on. But I happened to sit down today and I was listening to BF, and he broke something down in 135 pounds, and I was like, very, very, very interesting chain of events that could possibly happen, mandatories and fights that could be happening for belts and who could end up with a belt. Very interesting at 135 pounds now.
Well, I thought it was very interesting too. Did you hear one of your favorites, your silver tooth child? He denounced being upgraded to the super champion. He wants to keep his regular belt status because he just does. How do you feel about the rest of these people that are supposedly going to be elevated and whatnot since Devin dropped the belt? Are you going to be calling them email champions since they're not fighting the champion?
Absolutely. Absolutely. They call Devin Haney the email champ they still try to call him that shit. Absolutely. You get a belt through the mail, guess who's going to be calling you the mail boy? Me.
Interesting. I think it's very interesting how this is all going to play out the next year. This is December, so he's dropping them. Is it the end of the year? You know what? I got to really go back and replay the conversation because he did say that he was going to keep his titles to the end of this year. Well, it's December, so technically it is the end of the year. I have to go back and watch and see exactly what that bet was. But it is the end of the year. And he technically sent an offer to one Shakur who said, no, I don't, no, I don't, I want more. So it's not like he didn't offer. He wasn't, he did put that out there. No, I'm just saying, I got to go back and see exactly what the bet was. Anyway, y'all come on in the room. Hey, Mike Jones. Hey, I ain't seen you in a while, Mike. He says, what up, ladies? Y'all looking like Tisha Campbell and Adrian Johnson from House Party. I like that, though. Hey, I'm Shireen. Okay. What was Tisha's name?
I don't know. I didn't like her character in that movie.
Sydney. You're Sydney. Sydney and Shireen.
Shireen was, you know what I'm saying? Like, can you imagine having...
Yeah, she was cool and whatnot. Ty French 600, how you doing? He says, we're going to see how much these belts matter here real soon. LOL. Can't blame Haney. No one would fight him. Ryan Cook B-Hop, laughing my ass off. Hashtag in the kitchen. Yeah, we're going to talk about it. We're definitely going to talk about that. So I'm eager to see what's going to happen in the 135-pound division. Devin Haney has left. You know, he made a statement once before that he put some order into the division, and people hated when he said that. What he mean by that? What he mean by that? He ain't put no order in the division. You know, they were really put off that he said that. So now that he's dropped the belts, we're going to see how people scurry either to them or away from them, depending on who they have to fight and whatnot, you know. So it's going to be very interesting. I'm happy for him that he's getting to move up. He wants to move up and get more comfortable, more acclimated with his natural weight. And so we shall see. He's made some huge claims here lately. Okay. He wants to beat Regis, of course, become a 2-divisional champion. And this week, looks like he's called out, or, you know, is looking at moving to 147 and potentially having a fight with Keith Wolf Thurman. How you feel about that?
I don't like it.
Why not, friend?
Just because I wish people would stop calling out Keith. Keith, my bad. I'll figure it. She finna go. Keith cannot live here. Keith cannot participate in anything. That stomach is messed up very bad. I want people to stop calling him out. Let him go ahead and play his flute in peace. I just don't want to see Keith. Everybody had their things when it comes to Keith Thurman and Mario Barrios. You know what I'm saying? Like, Mario Barrios was the thing, and I don't know. Keith just looked like Keith to me. It wasn't like he still got it. It looked like he might get his ass whooped real soon with the right opponent. But I don't want to see Devin and no Keith. If he gonna fight somebody, fight Mario Barrios at 147. He be a 140 pounder. I think it would be an excellent fight, but I don't want to see him fight Keith Thurman.
Okay. All right. Well, I just wish Keith would go ahead and retire then. If he's not going to fight, just go ahead and retire, because people are going to call him out, because regardless of how long he's been out, he's still a good name to have on your resume if you can beat him. At one time, he was Keith, one time Thurman. So if you could possibly or potentially get him on your resume and get the W against him, it's still a good look. He's a seasoned, wily, at this point, vet, but it would still be a good look. So I understand why they may want to fight with him, but I think I tend to agree with you. I would like to see him fight Mario Barrios more. Somebody younger. You know, I just, that would probably be a little better. But again, Mario Barrios hadn't been no real champion. So
Mario Barrios got a little belt?
Like I said, Mario Barrios ain't never been a real champion.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. That small belt that Tank took from him.
But it's okay. But that's still a better challenge than Keith Thurman. Like, okay. It absolutely is. Y'all really think Keith Thurman is some real competition? Like, that's a good fight for somebody? Really, honestly?
Keith has one loss.
Okay. Keith got one loss and a shitload of layoffs.
He does have a shitload of layoffs, but he has one loss.
Okay.
And he was a unified champion at one time. Mario Barrios ain't never been there. Never.
Okay, that's fine. Either way, not Keith Thurman. Those layoffs will affect him fighting somebody like Devin. Devin is pretty active. He just fought Loma. He finna get ready to fight Regis. He gonna take a couple of months off, and he gonna be back in the ring again in the spring.
You know what? Let me just pump my brakes, because I don't want to overlook Regis Prograis. Okay, I do not want to be disrespectful and overlook Regis Prograis. We will give our picks next week about that fight, but I do not want to be disrespectful and completely overlook him as if it's a given and a shoe-in that Devin is going to beat him. This is his first fight at 140. And I've seen where people will move up a weight class and mess around and miss the bigger weight because they misjudged the weight cut because it's a new division for them. So I'm not about to sit up here and act like it's a shoe in and it's a given that he's just gonna beat up on Regis Prograis. I'm not. Go ahead.
I don't know. Now, if Reginald was my neighbor Regis, then we would have a different discussion, and I wouldn't be saying what I'm saying right now. Because my neighbor was a killer. I don't know this guy that they have put out before us. Reginald is really gonna have to show me something. He been there too long. He struggled with fucking Zorilla. And I know everybody kept saying he beat Zorilla. I that fight was a whole lot closer. And because he was at home, he got another W. If he would have been anywhere else, Zorilla would have won that fight. So I'm hopefully the Rougarou found his way into camp and back into Reginald so he can turn into Regis. Because if not, it's a dog walking, a literal clinic. A literal clinic. I mean, med clinic, friend, from 1 to 12. And Devin ain't got to knock him out. He can literally just beat him up for 12 rounds. I'm perfectly fine with that. Either way, y'all gonna see who Reginald really is. Hope his freaky strength and conditioning coach is out there with his leather crosses on. Yeah, I want him to be there to see him. He talked that shit up upon himself. And then I need to go and get on Twitter and rehash those tweets to piss Devin off again because we a couple of days before the fight. He needs to be mad. Him and Regis didn't laugh too much together already. Y'all
Okay,
stop giggling together.
did we talk about their face off?
We touched on it, but like everybody hadn't watched it now. Everybody that should have watched it now.
They gonna be friends. They cool.
They
They
are
cool.
so angry. Do not be friends yet.
They not yet. They putting on a good front, but they gonna be cool after this, I think.
Like we see y'all. Like y'all get. That's how me and my friend laugh. That's how we laugh when we first became friends. Like that. What are y'all doing?
They just enjoying the build up to the fight like the rest of us. They really are having a good time with this.
They are. They are. But get mad at each other.
I don't know. You don't have to be because let me tell you something. David and Andre were so respectful of each other, but that was a damn good bludgeoning while it lasted. It was a damn good fight. So I am not one to say you have to be mortal enemies in order to produce a really good fight. I don't believe in that, but I do believe that Regis knows that people are counting him out, so he's going to fight like his life depends on it, because it kind of does a little bit. His boxing life, anyway.
You know what? If Regis lose, guess what he's gonna do?
What?
On vacation. He's gonna pack that little house up and all them fucking kids, and they going on vacation like they do every time he fight. This shit is a money grab for them, but I ain't mad at you. Get your money. Be careful, so you ain't killing yourself or messing up your head. Get your money and take your kids on vacation. But that's what he finna do, cause he finna get he getting some money. They going somewhere they ain't never been this time. Ain't no need to repeat somewhere we didn't been. We going somewhere new. His mama going this time too, because he got some extra bread.
Damn, friend. That how you really feel? Well, okay.
My word of the week has been absolutely. Absolutely.
Okay, we'll talk about it more next week because we actually have a fight to discuss. But we got on Devin and Regis because Devin has dropped all his belts. 135 should be very interesting going into 2024. I want to see the fellas mix it up. You got George Kambosos down there, who I think is going to be fighting Lomachenko for one of those belts. We just had Shakur Stevenson run through the ring for his belt. I don't know if anybody else is gonna be wanting another belt. Tank has the regular WBO belt. I'm sorry, regular WBA. So I'm not a belt specialist. I don't know the rankings and all of that good stuff, but it should get interesting. The fellas down at 135 should be mixing it up, and we'll
You're
see.
a beltologist.
Say it again.
You're a beltologist.
Not exactly.
Almost a beltologist. You're a freshman beltologist.
I'm doing my internship as a beltologist.
Yes, absolutely.
Tevin Smith, thank you, Tevin. He says Reginald and the fam is going to Wally World. Y'all stop.
I got paid, bitch. Pack the kids up. It's like when you check your food stamps and they there at 12. We're going to the grocery store.
I can't wait for us to really have an in-depth conversation about this because a few things are, man, the outcome of that fight is going to determine a lot moving forward in 2024. It really is. How that fight is won is going to determine a lot moving forward in 2024. So we shall see. Also, there's been a lot going on Twitter this week. So, friend, can you please dive into the Twitter tea? Because there have been folks that haven't been active on Twitter, really. They got active this week on Twitter.
My little silver-tooth nephew has absolutely been with the shits. And he likes to tweet and delete. He replied to one of my tweets, and it was hilarious because my friend was like, I don't think he run his account. And I had to tell her, that's absolutely him. He funny, friend. Like, he just says some stuff. So we all know that the presser with Oscar and Ryan and B-Hop, and basically Tank was just like, Ryan don't, B-Hop almost got beat up and Ryan don't fuck with them, basically. That's what he said.
Mm-hmm.
But he was all down the timeline on everybody's shit, calling people hoes, he's a bitch, all kinds of shit. Tank has been loose this week. But, he normally get active like this around the time when there's a fight or something for him coming. Especially talking shit like this, because he's been silent. But he said he was getting his little life together. Thank amen. Amen. I'm sorry, friend. Thank you. But yeah, we tweeted yesterday and he deleted, and it was so hilarious. Because I told him, like, I still feel strange. He did. I still feel strange about B-Hop touching him on the back the way he did.
On the smile of his back.
Booty Hop was very out of line for that. And like, I still now to this day can't figure out why he took those Pacific answers. Fleece really came out this weekend. Y'all really got a good look at Fleece over the last couple of days, because the sass in that camp was all hanging out.
Very interesting. So we had Tank on Twitter. We also had T.O. on Twitter. T.O. has popped out. T.O. has been doing press, doing interviews. So, he had been quiet for a while too, but he's popped out. He's on the Porterway podcast, throwing a little shade at Shakur and whatnot. Shakur ain't been off Twitter since he got out that ring. And I wish somebody would take his phone and throw it away, but whatever.
We ask this every week, but like, he is going very much insane. He is getting into it with everybody. And you know what? I can't remember his name, but a guy on Twitter made a very, very interesting point.
What was it?
If you think about all the people that Shakur should consider friends and brothers, he said he would never fight them, right?
Mm-hmm.
Keyshawn Davis is a Thanos ring. Shakur collected him. I think, I don't know. It's something in my spirit that got me really, really thinking about this relationship because Shakur still ain't said shit. I mean, Keyshawn still ain't said shit. And
So
I think the guy said that he's seen this too many times before. When Keyshawn starts winning, Shakur gonna start shading him when it get time to where they need to meet in the middle, and he's gonna want to fight him very much. And I believe it. I believe he collect all the Thanos rings as friends. So if he ever move up to that weight class, he don't have to fuck with them.
not him though, because he's better than everybody. He can
Yeah.
beat. He's the
Oh
best in the world.
no, no.
No,
About it. If he went back down, he friends with Shushu. He friends with Keyshawn.
you know who he ain't friends with?
Who?
I'm not saying they're not friends, but he's not claimed him as his brother.
Who?
Um, Not that I've seen publicly. Might be wrong. Um, Abdullah Mason. I know they've sparred and whatnot before.
That friend shit is coming soon. Abdullah still he can't do nothing with him right now. That's what he'll tell him. You only got a couple fights. Wait till Keyshawn get his first and second belt, and they still right there near each other. I guarantee you that motherfucker gonna turn on Keyshawn like he turned on all the rest of them. Jamel was his friend, his brother. I look up to him. What? Let's shade the fuck out of you, nigga. What's up? What's up, champ? Pull up to that nigga while he eating his food.
He did do that.
Yeah.
It's gonna be very interesting because this is the other thing. I think Shakur is gonna be at 35 for a little minute because he really to me can go back to 30 if he wanted to. He could go back to 30. So I don't see him moving up to 40 anytime soon. Tank said he's very comfortable at 35, so I don't see him going up to 40 anytime soon. So next year, I don't see any reason why we don't get at least that one big fight, Shakur and Tank. They're gonna have to mix it up. That's all I know. They're gonna have to mix it up. But we were talking about Twitter, T. And so Shakur was involved in multiple Twitter beefs. He clapped back at T.O. for what he said on the Porterway podcast. Then he included Cambosis some kind of way. And he never misses an opportunity to slice and dice Shakur when he has the opportunity. And that is exactly what he did. And it seems as if, like I said before, he and Lomachenko, that being Kambosos and Lomachenko, are going to be fighting for one of those vacant belts. So, they've been teeing off on Shakur. I would really love for him to just go somewhere and sit down. I would really love for him to go somewhere and sit down.
Cambosis his ass to the gulag. Cambosis sent his ass to a deep place. And before I know we're finna go to our next thing, but I need to read you the response to one of Shakur's tweets. I'm blocked, so I can't see Shakur's tweets, but I can see Cambosis's.
And what was his response?
He said, "Your next fight is going to be in front of 50 people at the local YMCA. Shit, they'll have you fighting on a Tuesday at 2 a.m. after the late night shows. Mine in another stadium. I'm trying to break my record over 45K in the next real fight, a proper shootout. Sit down, little man." Friend, the way I hollered and screamed and yelled at that shit. He told that man, your next fight will be at the YMCA in front of 50 people on a Tuesday at 2 a.m. Oh my God. Do you know how horrible that is?
And then said, sit down, little man. Oh. Yeah, yeah. Some folks don't, they are really good shit talkers online. George happens to be one of them. Okay.
He is amazing. Do you
Yeah.
hear me?
Let that go. What's up, 7-8 Sports TV? Thank you so much for coming through. He says, good morning, ladies. Morning, huh? My day is about to begin. Hashtag the freaks come out at night. You know what? Thank you, 7-8. We appreciate it.
It's cutting up.
Yo, ass. I ain't gonna even ask no questions. I don't want to know. Be safe. That's all I got. Be safe. Strap up. Be safe. So yeah, there was Twitter beef with Shakur and Cambosis, with Shakur and Tiafimo. Tank came out of the woodwork shooting slugs. Um, who else had some Twitter beef? Who else was in? Let's see. Who else? I think those were the 4 ones.
Everybody that shot at Shakur's ass this week. They tired.
Yeah, you know. He wasn't copping please drink. He knew he was gonna have that Loma fight coming up. That's all that was. He knew what that was. He was about to have that Loma fight coming up.
You know who they tired of too?
Who?
And I was not unsure if I wanted to bring it up, but fuck it. We in. They tired of Alicia Baumgardner. Now, friend, I'm legally blind. POP. Hold it down. But baby, she gonna post her way out of this. She said, look at me. Not that bullshit. Well, Ronnie said, all eyes on me. Start the motherfucking music. I was very shooken. And I had to go back because like I thought I read something that I didn't read.
What'd you think you read?
I went, okay. When she released the statement, remember she released the statement?
The first one?
The second one.
With her self-test.
Okay. So I was like, oh shit, she clean. And I read that shit again. I was like, bitch, you my dog. POP, hold it down. Listen, if they said if you do it big or don't do it at all, let's go home or go hungry. But baby, she is posting it. She is gonna post through her grief and pain, drama. She was like, no, just fuck it. I'm cute, bitch. Look at it.
Basically.
So
I ain't mad at her. I ain't mad at her. She, you want to say out of sight, out of mind, but then when you're out of sight, out of mind, people think you're hiding some shit. She ain't hiding nothing. She done turned her comments back on, but she ain't dropping no information. She dropped that latest information about that self-test, and I was like, but if you give them a hair strand now, but then I read somewhere it was a hair strand that was taken within the confines of the rules of the time that it was supposed to be taken. I don't know. I want not Alicia to come out with something, not just Alicia. Let me say that because I don't mind her coming out with her own information, but I need the boxing council to say something else at this point. Like, are they gonna wait to say something till the suspension is over?
they ain't saying the motherfucking thing. She got 3 more pictures, and all she gotta do is drop that OnlyFans. They gonna forget.
She not gonna do that.
You know what I didn't know though? Like OnlyFans just ain't for that kind of content.
I know.
People in there cooking and shit. Like I didn't know that. I thought
it started out like that, but it's other stuff.
Yeah, she got let her say she didn't drop the OnlyFans. They niggas done forgot everything. I can't.
They already done forgot.
Some of them ain't forgot them, but they ain't got no women. So and they don't like girls. Okay, go ahead.
Tevis Smith, thank you, Tevis. He says Cambosis is a roastologist. Yes, he is. He is a Twitter roastologist. He absolutely is.
Nah, wait a minute.
What?
We put him up there yet.
No.
He coming. That was a good one. That can get him in the looks and the mentions, but
Listen, I say he is because that's the second time he done teed off on Shakur. He done teed off on him a few times. So I don't know. Maybe he's an intern, a Twitter intern roastologist.
okay, I like that. I like that.
There we go. Blue Blood, what's up, Blue? How you doing? He says, blessings to the queens. My favorite vanilla and chocolate drops. Y'all are great. Thank you. You're the good one. You're the great one. The good brother, Blue Blood Sports TV. Thank you so much, Blue. We appreciate you stopping through. So yeah. Was there any other Twitter team we needed to discuss? Because what's up, A1? I feel like I'm missing something.
Well, I mean, I guess we can include this into the Twitter team. Did you see that they're creating a super cruiserweight and Deontay Wilder is the face of it?
I saw that post, but like, did they just do that on their own and put him as the prototype for that weight division?
Well,
did he agree to that, or
what I read was since he's been at that weight for his last 7 fights.
Do we know what the weight is?
Yeah, sure. It is between 200 and 224 pounds.
I'm so sorry, A1 Hoop Zone. How are you? It is so great to see you in the chat. Was that better? Say that again, friend. I'm sorry. He said I was dry when I shouted him out.
And don't nobody give a goddamn. This ain't the juicy speaking session. You come back for that at another day. We on some other shit.
A1, you gonna have to super chat to get that kind of, whatever you looking for. You gonna have to super chat.
No, don't even super chat. You ain't getting that through a super chat either. You don't you worry about a goddamn thing. Absolutely not. No. You made me forget what I was saying.
What's the weight? What's the weight?
200 and 224 pounds.
That's the maximum.
Yeah, 224 pounds.
And what is the new weight class called again?
Super cruiserweight.
Super cruiserweight. Mm-hmm. Okay, I'm so confused because what is the Bridger weight division?
Them is between cruiserweights and heavyweights.
See, now I'm all confused.
So super cruiser is bigger than a cruiser, but not a Bridgerweight and not a heavyweight.
Okay, I'm gonna have to go look at it.
Yeah,
I need to see it visually because my eyeballs.
Wait. No, I'm not gonna do that in here. But like a medium, okay, so a cruiserweight is this big, right?
Okay.
A super cruiser is this big, right?
Okay.
A Bridgerweight is this big, right?
Okay.
And a heavyweight is Christopher Lovejoy.
Tough Glove Boxing says Clarissa Shields has different energy for Alicia Baumgardner than she did for Hannah Gabriels. She did. And speaking of Hannah Gabriels was cleared of her PED allegations.
Yeah, she said she was rubbing that shit on her dog. Her suspension didn't pass too.
Her suspension has passed, but they actually came out and cleared her of wrongdoing. That's what I'm waiting on for Alicia. And I don't know if they're doing this because women's boxing ain't that popular already anyway, so they don't want to just kill the stars of the that are in it. I don't know, but they don't have to say something. And look what we have here. A1 Hoop Zone #TWT with $20 super chat. Hey, 81 Hoop Zone. See that? He ain't say nothing. He just hit us with the super chat. Bam! Just like that. See that? Thanks. Thanks. So listen. Speaking of the women's boxing, after next week, told y'all boxing is going back to back to close out the whole year. So we got Ryan this week, we got Devin and Regis next week, and then the following week on a Friday, baby, we got Shadeja and we have Franchon. Now they're gonna be the co-main event to Jay Paul down off in Orlando. But I am so excited and ready for that fight. I don't know what to do. That's going to be the last big female card of the year. And I want y'all to really support that card. It's going to be on a Friday. We might be calling it. I don't know. Friend might be at the place. I don't know. We ain't figured it out yet. But do know you want to be here that Friday for that episode because it's going to be hot. Hot, hot, hot. So look, we talked about T.O. We talked about Shakur. We talked about Tank and their Twitter rants and Cambosis too. But what we really wanted to talk about, well, I'll save for later. What we really want to talk about is tomorrow's card. Okay, I have a question for the chat. When is the O'Hara Davies versus the Aztec ancestor, Barroso? When is that fight? Because I could have sworn it was supposed to be this weekend. What?
No, say it ain't so.
Oh, Mia Ellis just lost. I see that.
Oh man.
Yeah, I see that. I see that.
I'm troubled about that.
I see that. I see that. I see that.
Did she lose by like what? How did she lose? I hope she didn't get knocked out, friend.
I don't know. Okay, Drink, thank you. I knew somebody in the chat was going to know. Drink says that has been postponed. It was supposed to be tomorrow. Okay, I thought so. I thought it was supposed to be tomorrow. Why is it postponed? Visa issues for who? Because I thought I saw Barroso at the airport. Barroso? Huh, interesting. Very interesting. They saying she was lethargic, friend. Yeah, they say she looked very vanilla.
I like Mia.
Extra regular.
Oh, don't say that.
Who beat her?
I can't remember the name of that girl.
Oh, Drink said Davies. She lost by decision. Drink says Davies is from the UK, he believes. So that's why. Oh, that sucks. He should have been over here way before now so he could know that he was going to be able to make it on time. Why would he leave so late? Why would you do that?
Or
anyway, what did you say? I missed it. The pores. Okay. So, well, shit. Well, shit. She lost to a Mexican chick named Rescon. That's what they saying.
I'm surprised. She sounds like she fight. The Mexican with them last names be different.
I haven't seen a female Mexican boxer that ain't coming to throw them things. I haven't. I have not. I can honestly tell y'all, I've not seen win, lose, or draw. They come to throw them things. So yeah, if you're not ready to throw them things, you're gonna be in some trouble. Because they coming. Because I never forget that war. What's her name? Sister Wives. Amanda Serrano. She was in with that lady that she shouldn't have been in. Ooh. Baby.
And she was punching her and she bleeding all over the place.
Anyway, so look, y'all, tomorrow's card here in Houston, Texas, at the Toyota Center. Still tickets available. If you could make it, come make it. But we have a nice card tomorrow, okay? And before we talk about the weigh-ins, I want to talk about that hot, steamy, very, very funny press conference. How did you feel about Bernard, what he said at the press conference? And then how do you feel about Ryan and his response.
I am tired of seeing Booty Hop twerk for validation for people. He is a really sick individual. Go to jail. We know where you like to be, and that's in jail. So go back where you're comfortable. I don't like him, friend. I think that like he should be doing more. Like I wish these older fighters did more for these younger boxers.
Go ahead. No, I'm sorry.
But yeah, he's extra strange to me, and I don't like nothing that ever comes out of his mouth. Um, kudos to Ryan Garcia. Kudos to Ryan Garcia for shitting on both of them in their motherfucking face in the public where everybody could see it. Because I hold grudges just a tad bit, and I'm still holding a very much grudge of when they left that boy on the biggest night of his life on his first L. You don't leave your baby because that's Golden Boy baby. Because who the fuck else y'all got? You don't leave your baby on his first rough night. And I heard somebody say, "Oh well, They didn't leave him. They locked him out. He locked them out of his first fight." Bullshit. The motherfuckers left when Floyd and them was talking shit to them. We watched them. It's literally recorded for you to see. And they left. They wasn't there for Ryan. They wasn't in the fucking dressing room. They wasn't at the goddamn after presser. But they got their ass sitting up there today like they did some shit on them niggas. Ryan told B Hop, you said you would never let a white boy beat you, and a white boy knocked you through the ropes, baby. I couldn't take no more.
Listen, I am not the biggest Ryan Garcia fan. Never have been. I try to give him a fair shake. I try to, you know, not hold on to past stuff that gave me reason to side eye him. I really do. I try. I try. I try not to hold grudges. So when he decided he was going to change trainers, and by the way, does anybody know where Joe Goosen is? Because he also left that young man. He also was not there.
Five. That's
Yeah.
where he is. Five.
Is he in anybody else's camp? Did anybody else decide that they wanted Joe Goosen to train them, or did he go back to the desk? Because
No,
I haven't even seen him at the desk.
yes, we did. We seen Goosen a couple of months ago in somebody's corner. He didn't have on no jeans though.
Oh.
I can't remember who that was that he was fighting, but that's the last time I seen him. After that fight, it was a couple of months ago.
Hmm. 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 Okay. Well, um, it just was. Yeah, I don't know where he was. Oscar and Bernard made excuses, is what I call them, for why they weren't there. I don't believe for 1 minute that they were getting death threats or any of that foolishness that Oscar tried to put into the universe. I don't believe any of that. Anyway, I'm trying to give Ryan a fresh new look with fresh eyes. I was kind of straddling the fence on whether he quit against Tank or not, because it looked like he quit initially. But whatever. So now he has a new trainer in Derek James, and I love Derek James. So I'm trying to be positive, hoping that he got in there, learned some new things. We'll get to see tomorrow. But his response at that podium, at that press conference, may have just been the thing to win me over, because the way in which he delivered what he said to them, before he went nuclear, he said, I want to invite the Holy Spirit in this place. And I'm thinking, okay, he been on his religious for a minute. So I was like, okay, invite the Holy Spirit on in then, Ryan. All right. And then he proceeded to go nuclear in the best way ever with a straight face. I loved it. I loved everything about it. And more than his straight face, I loved the look on Oscar De La Hoya's face in the background when he was delivering them gut punches. Oh my God. It was the best thing in the world.
You know what? I told you I was gonna come in here and I was gonna tell a story today because the last time I seen somebody that mad, it was me. And I was actually looking at somebody like that. You know, you in college, like you don't get access to certain things. So I was in college. I stayed with my granny for a little while, right? And she had a husband. Well, me and my auntie went to Dallas one day. This one when Chipotle was not a big deal. And I went to Chipotle. I ate half of my damn burrito. I brought the rest home. I put it on the counter. I was like, nobody eat my shit. I'm gonna eat it when I get home from work or get off of work. Went to class, left class, went to work, friend, got off of work and came home. And the first thing I do is go in the kitchen because I'm like, shit, I'm gonna fuck this burrito up. I'm hungry. The burrito was missing. Not only had he ate my shit, he had like balled the foil up so bad, so down, so little that like it was stuffed. I went through the trash and everything. I called my mom. I was like, y'all gonna have to come get me because I'm gonna kill this man. That's how Oscar was looking at Ryan, how I was looking at my granny's husband, because he was finna die, friend, over some a half-eaten Chipotle burrito.
How old was the man? He was hungry, friend.
I don't give a good diddly damn. If I said I'm coming back to this later, I mean later.
Friend.
Folded the bag up, friend. I looked for the bag. I was tearing the house up, looking for where. Now, well, why the fuck you eat my shit? And my granny didn't know what to do, and she petty like me, so she was in her room laughing, but trying to act like she wasn't laughing. Yeah, this is not a fucking giddly affair. I'm finna kill this man over some food. Friend, I wanted to punch him in the stomach so bad and make him throw that burrito up. Yeah,
Friend.
ate it.
How old?
I'm just saying, I would have ate it because my heart was set on my shit.
Did you go get another one?
No, I lived over an hour away from Chipotle. Fuck no, I couldn't go get another one. That's why I was so fucking mad about him eating this shit in the first place. Get
He
your
was
ass wrong.
hungry.
I don't give a shit.
Why you didn't bring Pow Pow one?
Never. I told that story at his funeral. I sure did. People laughing. No, this wasn't funny. I want y'all to know somebody owed me $20. Yeah, too far? Okay. Okay. I'm sorry. I wanted my goddamn food. Friend, I held that grudge forever. That man been gone 10, 15, 15 years. And I'm still mad about that shit like it was yesterday. Don't eat my shit. I said don't eat it.
Now I'm really greedy, so I feel you. I really do feel you on it. I do. But friend, if my granddad had eaten the burrito, I might not have been that mad. Maybe.
Oh, I was that mad. I had been there. I went to class and work. That's a double combo. And stress eating is a real thing. Like I wanted my shit, and I know Chipotle is better if you let it sit up for a little while and then eat it. I'm telling you, friend, I've been doing this for like 10 years, man. I love Chipotle, but don't eat my shit.
Well, I know what to get you for your birthday next year. I know what to get you for Christmas.
Cause I'm gonna go right in there. Bitch, I'd be like, I'm fucking sick of you. I wish you would leave. We go to watch that shit. I want Chipotle. Stop me here. That is my McDonald's. Mm-hmm. Y'all man say, you don't know what you messing with. You don't mess with nobody food. Get killed. And that's how Oscar was looking at Ryan. Get killed.
Basically, that's exactly the look he had on his face. He was so outdone that he got up there and said what he said. Now this is my question. This is my real question, and we're about to get to the weigh in. I know y'all waiting on us to get to that because I want to know why he came in overweight too. But I do want to know I do want to know this. Why did Ryan re-sign with Golden Boy? He re-signed with them after he had a kerfuffle with them. Why didn't he leave then? And I want to know how long is his contract? How much longer does he have before the second contract is up? That's what I want to know. Riddle me that in the chat.
Honestly, do we have much time between them? Because at this rate, I ain't never seen no promoter and fighter get into it like that in the public. Like,
Publicly? No, never.
and he was dead ass serious too. Like, for real.
I'm just trying to figure out. I remember the last time they had like a big kerfuffle and people thought that, Ryan was gonna leave Golden Boy, but he ended up re-upping and re-signing with them. And I think Canelo was still there at the time. And I'm like, why would you do that? Knowing that they had a big blow up, a big public blow up. So it kind of reminds me of when Bud re-signed with Top Rank. Like, why would you do that? And at this point, it's very interesting because I don't think after Floyd did what he did and bought himself out of that Top Rank contract, I think the way that these contracts are worded now, it doesn't even allow for boxers to be able to do what Floyd did. Because I hear a lot of people saying, well, why don't he just buy himself out of the contract? Da, 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 da. I don't think it's that easy anymore. I think when Floyd did that and went on to become what he became, they started changing the wording in those contracts. So it's not as easy as just buying yourself out of the contract anymore. But when your contract is up and you're already feuding, why not? Why are you resigning?
I ain't no way in fuck. And you know what's crazy to see them where they are now and know where they used to be? Ryan was Oscar's baby. Like, I remember the things, yes, but Tank ain't never went at Floyd like that.
Yes, he has.
Have he?
Yes, he has.
But have they argued? Were they like?
They weren't in each other's proximity.
Okay,
but via fingers of the Twitter and the internet, they've had kerfuffles.
I could do the internet kerfuffle. What I cannot do, what I seen today. That right there is pushing the limit. I'm too close to you for you to be talking like this to me. You know what I'm saying? Like, all of these are old fighters. Oscar still think he got it. B have been in jail, so he gonna have it forever. Don't leave. I'm sorry. It's true, friend. I don't like that man.
I know you don't.
Him touching Tank the way he touched Tank
On the
bothered.
small of his back, I'll never forget it.
It was how he did it, friend. Like, I feel like it was my kid. You know what I'm saying? Like, why you touch my son like that? I think that's fucking weird that you put your hand.
He touched Tank like he was a twink. I didn't like it at all. I didn't like it.
He did.
He did, and I didn't like it at all.
I can't let it go. And I think the more that I see him and like how he be acting, you are an avid lower back toucher.
I've never seen, and we've seen Tank get mad. He was so mad. If you go back and look at that footage and see Tank turn around and his eyes get bugged, don't touch me. He was so mad.
Tank is little, and Bernard has been in jail. And like I'm not gonna judge anybody's thing, but once you go to prison, I automatically look at you in another way. That man went to prison, and then
I don't.
He touched Tank on his lower back, bro. Now some people cool, some people solid, some people ain't. Some people get to jail and get folded like a lawn chair. He touched Tank on the small of his back like that, friend. I don't like him like that, but I'm moving back on. It's because I don't like him. So him and Oscar both got what they deserve today. I hope Brian continue. I hope he resigns and stick it to their ass every opportunity that he get.
I'm curious to know when his contract is up with Golden Boy, because I think after this he's probably going to move on and go elsewhere at this point. Um, that's going to be very interesting moving forward. Now, let's talk about the actual weigh-ins. Okay, there are a few fights on this card that are it's a good card. Let me just say that the young fellow that I was following from Houston, he's actually on this card. Darius Fulgham, he's on this undercard. Floyd Schofield is the co-main event. Well, not the co-main event, but he's the, well, I guess you call it the co-main event of the card. We also have who else is on this card? Oh, Shane Mosley Jr. is also on this card. Yeah. So we're thinking, everybody in the world was thinking, this fight was going to be at 140 pounds, right? Everybody was thinking that. I was watching the weigh-in, and that's what the commentators were under the impression, that this was going to be a 140-pound fight. Ryan just moved up to 140 pounds. This would be his second fight there. But then we get to the weigh-in, and they start calling out weights. And Duarte weighs in at 142 pounds. And I'm like, well. And then Ryan comes to the scale. He weighs in at 143 pounds. I'm like, well, wait a minute. What had happened here? When did this turn into a catch weight? And I'm looking at both gentlemen on the scale. They both look ripped. They both look shredded. Doesn't look like they are, struggling or anything. Doesn't look like they're pudgy. Looks like they're in tip-top shape. But they're both overweight. So, friend, what in the damn hell is going on here?
It's giving this is fixing to be a slugfest. And they didn't give a fuck about no weight. I think Ryan finna go in that bitch and haul out. He gotta go in. If he don't go in there and knock this dude out, everybody gonna be looking at him crazy because he talked all that shit this week, which it was cool. Defend yourself, but him going in there and putting on that Ryan Garcia, that one that we supposed to know and think he is, it's gonna set the tone for a whole lot of shit, and people gonna be like, maybe Ryan Garcia needs to go up to 147 pounds because he's fighting at 143 pounds. So that means when he get in the ring tomorrow, he gonna be at least 150 pounds.
He gonna be over 150 pounds.
That too. That too.
I think it was very unprofessional, Eugene. I think it was extremely unprofessional of them to come in there. I want to know who is the reason that is a catch weight. Because most times it's the headliner that can't make the weight that makes it a catch weight. Okay. And Ryan is the headliner in this case. Okay. So that's why I have not concerns, because I know Devin is a professional now, but I do have concerns. Ryan, this is your second fight at 140. What's going on that you ain't on weight, my guy?
I honestly think all of them are too big for the weight that they fighting at. Like, Tank is short, so that's why I give him the slight ability to make 135 pounds easier than them. But the boys that got a little height on them 5'8", 5'9", y'all know damn well you don't want supposed to weigh 135 pounds. That's just like Sebastian Fundora. We have this conversation all the time. Sebastian Fundora is 6'7". Ain't no fucking way in the world you weighing 154 pounds. No, I'm sorry. Your bones itself weigh 154 pounds.
There's no such thing as being big boned, friend.
His bones weigh 154 pounds, friend. Sebastian Fundora is supposed to be at least 210. And that's a good weight for him. He'll still be skinny as hell at 6'7", weighing two. He should be 300 pounds, friend.
It's a lot of guys that fight beneath their normal walk around weight. A lot.
But 50, 60 pounds, 40, between 40 and 60 pounds is entirely too much weight for you to be losing to try to fight. It's too much.
But well, if you're talking about Fundora, he don't get up big when he's not fighting. Do you see him outside the ring when he's not fighting? He's still a stilt. He is a stilt. And I think him too, he's young. It's easier when they're younger to cut a lot of weight, but as you get older, it's hard. It gets harder to cut that weight. A la Ryan Garcia, a la Devin Haney, a la I don't know why Errol stayed as long as he did. But it gets harder to make that weight once you get up in age. It's easier to maneuver when you're younger, but this is the other thing too. They're young, but they got a lot of funds. Normally, when you're young and hungry, you can make that weight. Like Abdullah Mason, he be making that weight. That ain't his weight, but he be making that weight because he ain't no star yet. But Ryan, he got superstar money. Devin, he got superstar money. So it's hard for them to be squeezing down to 135 because they ain't eating like that. So is he really a 47-pounder?
You know what? Because now that I'm able to see the weight difference when it comes to those specific weight sizes, like I know for a fact none of them should be fighting at below 147 pounds because my new weight in the house is about 160 pounds.
Yeah.
So I'm used to 100 and below 140 pounds. So that increase right there alone, just to see the difference in the size, ain't no fucking way they supposed to be fighting at that 130 pounds, friend. 135.
No, 135, absolutely not.
Oh.
No. After 21, no. To me, after 21, 22 years old, 5'8", 5'9", 135 pounds, that's really small. But that is what they've been doing for you. That's what boxers do, though. A lot of them do that. A lot of them do that and have been for years. That's what they do. The thing is this, though. I know people like to use the term weight bullies, but I don't use that term because in the same token that you say, they're weight bullies and da-da-da-da-da, it takes so much out of you to get down to that weight versus somebody who's at their strongest at that weight because it's closer to their natural weight. So it's not always an advantage the way I look at it. It can be, but I've seen fighters that do that and then rehydrate and they don't rehydrate correctly. And they're in the ring, they have all this extra weight, they're heavy, they're not moving like they normally move, they're zapped, they don't have the same amount of energy because you done depleted yourself to make that weight. And in 24 hours, your body just ain't gonna respond like you think it's gonna respond or like it's responded in the past. So it's a gamble both ways to me, because I've seen some people not look right cutting a lot of weight and whatnot. If you can make that weight, you can make that weight. I wish they still had same day weigh-ins, but they don't. So,
I heard those same day weigh-ins. I think Frank said that ain't good for them.
Yeah, they were saying that's not good for the whatever, for the oxygen in the brain and all that. See, I'm not a what's the word? I want to give me a word, friend. A boxing bodyologist. I'm not one of them.
And a breathologist. He's the
don't
a brainologist.
Yeah, I'm not a brainologist. I don't. And yeah, that's Coda Kid says Boo Boo Andre. So Boo Boo is up there at 168. That's closer to his walk around weight, 168 pounds. But it served him no purpose when he fought David Benavidez, who obviously cuts down to get to 168. He cuts down to get there, but he looked healthier than I've ever seen him look. But David is young too, though. So I don't know. I feel like if you can make the weight, you can make the weight. And it's not necessarily always a benefit for the person who's the naturally bigger person. It could be detrimental because your body may not respond the next day. That's just me. Anyway, so he came in overweight. He looked ripped, but he came in overweight. What I'm trying to figure out is not even what I'm trying to figure out. His opponent, Oscar Duarte, is on a knockout streak. And a lot of people feel like he's being set up to lose. He said this out of his own mouth, that they are backing his opponent to win the fight. But then he also said something very interesting in another interview that he did. He said that his trainer picked this opponent for him. Ryan said that Derek James picked Oscar Duarte for him. How do you feel about that?
All I can say is I hope Derek picked right. Because I'm gonna be disappointed if Ryan loses tomorrow, because that means that everything that they say about Ryan Garcia is true, and I had to have a little faith in him. You know what I'm saying? I tried to, because I used to give Ryan Garcia a really, really, really hard time, but you know what I'm saying? I'm trying to give him the benefit of the doubt, and I hope Derek picked right. Derek has said a few things this week, and um. All I can do, all I can do is hope for the best. Cause at this point, I can't take no more. I'm motherfucking tired. I'm motherfucking tired, friend. I ain't even gonna lie to you. So Duarte looked like he on his shit. Ryan looked like he was on his shit. I hope he comfortable. I hope that maybe he couldn't take no punches from Tank because he wasn't at the right weight. Maybe he didn't have no punch resistance. So maybe this extra will give him some more. We'll see. I want him to go in there on his best bullshit tomorrow because I want him to win. I want him to shut his critics up of Ryan Garcia. He not this. Ryan Garcia not that. I want him to start somewhere. And if you can stop a person or beat a person that's on a knockout streak and show that you won, not no card fix type shit, it's up.
It is up. It will be up. This is going to be a very good fight. I don't think Oscar Duarte is coming in there to lose by any stretch of the imagination. He knows that if he wins and if he potentially knocks out Ryan Garcia, that catapults him. That catapults him. So he's coming in with bad intentions. He always comes in with bad intentions. He's on a knockout streak. I want to say 9 or 10 fight knockout streak. Yeah. So he's definitely coming in with bad intentions, and he's going to be a formidable opponent for Ryan. I'm very eager to see if Ryan has learned some different things that he can implement in the ring. It's great to see all that stuff on camera when ain't nobody trying to take your head out. What are you going to do when somebody is swinging at you? Are you going to revert? Will you be able to calm your nerves and do what you have been training to do? Will you get caught like you did against Luke Campbell? Will you be able to get up like you did against Luke Campbell if you get caught? Will you be able to catch Duarte? It's a lot hinging on this fight for him, a whole lot. And I also want to know what his weight is tomorrow when they walk into the ring. And it's going to be very interesting to see if he stays at 140. The block is hot, y'all. 2024 is shaping up rather nicely, you guys. These last fights of the year are going to be it's going to set up 2024 very nicely.
And they rolling in back to back to back to back to back. And you know what? You said it earlier, but I'm looking forward to a few fights this month. But the one I'm looking forward the most, my cuz friend. I'm telling you, friend, her time, her time to shine is coming. I can't even talk to my cousin how I normally talk to her, cause she really fucking she putting it in, man. Like
she gonna have to put on too. All of these fights are huge setup fights for next year for all of these people. Devin, Ryan, Shadesha, depending on if they win and how they win these fights, it is going to set them up next year for even bigger, even better fights. Like, if Ryan is successful and he decides to stay at 140, if Devin is successful and he decides to stay at 140, I know he said he'd move up to 147, but let's just say he decides to stay at 140. What's preventing him and Ryan from fighting finally at 140? Nothing. Nothing at all. Now, I hope Ryan wins and I hope he looks spectacular because that would change my opinion about him. I have never been a huge Ryan fan. I didn't think he had a lot. I know he has fast hands and a great left hook. Cool. But I did not think very highly of him. But he has a new trainer. If he goes in there and he looks spectacular tomorrow, let's go. We got Sabril Matias. We have whoever the winner of Davies Barroso is going to be. Devin will have a belt or Regis will have a belt. It's a lot going on at 140. It's already a lot going on at 135. 147. What happens there? Looks like Terrence Crawford's going to end up vacating all his belts too because I don't see him going back down to 47. So now those guys will get to mix it up. Stanionis. Bucinis. He's already been elevated. So I'm sure he's going to want to unify at some point. 2024 is shaping up quite nicely. And then we also have Canelo over there on his deadline. What you think he's going to do, friend? Thought I wasn't going to forget that. You thought I was going to let that go.
Thank the Lord today is Friday. Amen. I think Canelo going to stand on business and he going to beat David Benavidez up. Amen.
The way you sat up and said that lie on this Good Friday with a straight face, just like Ryan did in that press conference, you dangerous, friend. You're dangerous.
Not a lot. Canelo's going to stand on business, friend.
You think?
POP, hold it down.
We shall see. We shall see. And listen, I've been hearing the chatter, baby. Apparently, David Morrell has yet again thrown bullets and slugs out at my guy, David Benavidez. So
I know everybody keeps saying I just don't think he's ready, friend.
But everybody thinks he is. Everybody's saying David Benavidez ain't giving that same energy when it comes to David Morrell. He needs to fight that man.
He been beating up nobodies. He been beating up nobodies. And you know what else I want to know? I know this is like really off topic, but I told you about it earlier because you brought up Barroso. I want y'all to tell me how old that man is. And then I want to be, there's not an inspector to inspect the Cuban fighters' birth certificates, like ask for the real ones. Because I know if you look at that shit, it say 12 and 21. So you got to turn it up and down, upside down to see how old they really is. Because ain't no way that man is under 60 years old. My granddaddy 92, and he looked like that.
Somebody said 92, somebody said 83. Y'all ain't shit.
I'm just saying, do we really actually know how old that man is? And it's a lot of cute because Frank. How old is Frank?
Our Frank?
No.
Frank Martin? Frank I don't know. They said he's 32. I think.
He was 32 in 2004. I really need to see some paperwork because that's elderly abuse. Okay, friend. I just want to know how old they are. They all are pretty old. And I mean older in the face.
Rick, we're gonna touch on it because we talked about it, and I know you get a hard on for Terrence Crawford, so we'll discuss it. Rick says Derek James says Errol hasn't gotten back into the gym yet either. The Bud rematch just may be at risk. Derek said Errol got to get his mind right first. PBC needs a platform for 2024 also, so we shall see. Well, you're right about that. And all fingers are pointing to PBC going to Amazon Prime. And I saw that same interview that Derek James did, and he did say that Errol Spence Jr. was not back in the gym, but I thought he said that he has his mind right. I thought he said he had his mind right. Yeah, his mind is right. It's his body that's in question. But if we say that, y'all gonna swear we making excuses. But as I told my friend earlier behind the scenes when we had the conversation, because it did make us feel away initially. It did. But then I said to myself, well, friend, if the rumors are true, I would think that a person healing their rib cage area would not be back in the gym because they're healing their rib cage area. Speculation, purely speculation, but that's what made sense to me. So we shall see. Friend, how you feel about that?
I don't like it. And I don't think Derek should have spoke on me because he ain't there for goddamn EJ. He there for Ryan. And if they would have asked him that shit, he just should have said no fucking comment. Because you know what that open room for?
What?
A whole lot of fucking criticism, and these damn whack ass niggas finna be making a million videos about how Errol Spence Jr. is hurt or Errol Spence Jr.'s mind ain't in the game, the fall of the Derrick camp. Hey, fuck y'all. Just in advance, okay? Because none of y'all are neurosurgeons. Half of y'all, I ain't gonna say half, a third of y'all didn't graduate high school. A fourth of y'all didn't go to college. So I'm gonna need for everybody to just kind of relax because nobody did a residency anywhere. So I don't want to hear none of your medical analysis. I don't want to hear your neuro analysis. Y'all can take all that shit, combine it all together, shove it up y'all ass, and do whatever y'all want to do with it. Cause I don't want to hear it. So I don't even want to hear it from Derek. Actually, um, if EJ not back in the gym, cool. It shouldn't have been said, and it damn shouldn't have been said this week because it's the rumors from the damn rematch, and then here you come saying Errol ain't been back in the gym, and here goes all Bud fan. Oh, he hurt. He told y'all he cooked. He done. Fuck y'all. I'm not doing this again. I'm not going through another however long this fucking rematch take with y'all. I'm not doing none of that shit. All I'm gonna say in advance is fuck y'all. None of y'all are neurosurgeons or doctors, so I don't want to hear your medical analysis about Errol Spence Jr. Period. I don't even want to hear from Derek. That's all. That's it. Just, just stop. Cause I'm gazing through the comments, and the first thing I look down to see is Dodge J. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
You knew he was going.
It's never gonna rest. And like you say this often, and people don't listen enough. If you don't have anything to say, don't say anything. You can always opt for no comment. Don't put yourself in a situation where a bad situation looks worse. This looks worse.
Just he's fine would have been sufficient. He's
Please.
fine. He'll be back. We'll be ready. That's it.
Not for the kid. The placement tests don't count either. A lot of these people don't even have a GED. A lot of them didn't go to high school, and you know they damn sure didn't go to college. Some of these folks is still living at home with their mamas. I'm not judging you or whatever, but you too damn grown to be worried about some shit that you ain't getting paid for, still living at the house with your mama. You got other priorities than to worry about boxing. You need to worry about a bill.
Well, and on that note, friend, who you got winning tomorrow's fight?
I'm going for Ryan Garcia because I want him to shit on his critics. all of them, and I want him to keep continuing to shit on Oscar and Booty Hop.
Alrighty, then. You heard it here. That's what BOXIANA says. She's pulling for Ryan Garcia tomorrow. Um, how do you think the fight plays out, friend? Do you think he wins a decision? Does he get a knockout?
You know,
Stoppage?
originally I was thinking maybe like he would stop him, but then I went and did some research on dude, and dude is a real killer. So I'm thinking it might maybe be a decision. I just don't know if Ryan got knockout power like that
At 140.
up there. I'll see when the first round comes, but I'm gonna go with a decision.
Okay. All right. Well, I'm nervous. I'm not gonna lie to y'all. I'm pulling for Ryan Garcia strictly because Derek James is in his corner. I don't have a dog in this fight. I'm not a super fan of Ryan Garcia. I'm not even a small fan of Ryan Garcia. I'm very indifferent to him at this point. I really, I love the way he handled himself in that press conference, but as far as him in the ring, I still got a bad taste in my mouth from the way he lost to Tank Davis. So I don't know. I know that I've seen him get clocked and put on his pockets from leaving the chin up in the air. So I don't know if that's something that he has corrected. I have to wait and see. I have to think that because Derek James picked this opponent for him, dare I say he saw something? So I'm going with Ryan Garcia, but I would not be surprised if he was added to the list. I would not be surprised. I don't think that's going to happen, but I would not be shocked if it did. I'm going Ryan Garcia. I'm going unanimous decision. No, I'm going Ryan Garcia split decision. There will be controversy. That's what I think. Split decision, there will be controversy. But Ryan will win tomorrow. Friend, you got any last remarks for the good folks? Y'all, thank y'all for coming out, sticking with us and whatnot.
We definitely appreciate y'all coming through, hanging out with us as usual. If you are new here, hit that like button and the subscribe button. I just want to know the people that has been following this journey, you guys. We are literally 70 something people away from 4K. We started this shit with 200 followers, you guys, and we are at 4K. We ain't bought shit. Well, we damn near at 4K. I'm sorry.
Oh, girl, I was about to say,
Yeah, we're 70 away from 4K. So y'all know 70 people. Let them know where we at. Tell them how to get to us. And you know how we do. We do this every week. We definitely will be back on Sunday because we have very much to discuss. We got some interviews coming. I've been working for you guys. So I'm just kind of putting it all in together. But yeah, we on the map, you guys. We literally are 70 something people away from 4K. So get your people over here. Tell them this is a funny freaking show and we be saying anything. And we're cool over here sometimes. She cool. I'm not cool. But
we have a funky good time over here.
yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
We have one more super chat. Thank you so much, James Tony. He says Jarrell Big Baby Miller is the future heavyweight champion, and I will pay to see him knock out Jared Crybaby Anderson and Deontay in Denial Wilder. Well, hot damn, James Tony, way to come on in and close out the show with a hot take. Okay. Yes, Mo 2013, 400K by tomorrow. Okay. I need you guys to share
In that
this.
comment too. That look, hit that last one too.
Yeah,
Cause that
yeah. Real Fight Enthusiasts, the best show on YouTube. Yeah. Y'all let the people know. Let them know what we doing over here. We have a funky good time every Friday and every Sunday evening. Make sure you come back, share it with somebody. Listen, y'all, 400K is not a huge number. We do know that, but it's huge for us. We love a good milestone, and we actually forgot to celebrate with you all. We had another milestone in November 5th. It was our 2-year anniversary as a duo on this app. So congratulations to us, and congratulations to y'all for growing with us and sharing with us. We appreciate it. We really do like y'all. We really do. We really do. Miko, thank you. Y'all so fine. Thank you, Miko. We appreciate it. Thank you. Listen, y'all meet us back here on Sunday evening, so we can discuss what happens on Saturday. Shout out to my Cowboys for getting the dub on yesterday and whatnot. We'll see what y'all teams do this weekend, but shout out to my Cowboys for getting the dub on Thursday. Thank y'all so much. Don't be like that, friend.